Interface Foundry is a mobile and hardware startup. We let people browse and build data bubbles. So data bubbles is this idea that we came up. A data bubble is data that's pinned to a location or time frame. So you have to be in the location or time in order to see it. So it's a way of consolidating all these apps and information. We get so much clutter every day. By location and time. So you only get it when you need it. It's context aware and it solves the problem of clutter and user annoyance. It's not just geofence, it's geofence and temporal. So geofencing only does GPS by location. We can actually set it so there's durations. So the geofencing only lasts for like 3 hours. So it's by location and by time. Yes, you can use it for an event. You can use it for conferences. You can use it in an office. So we have hardware as well. It's a embedded server called Mantle, which plugs into a Wi-Fi or any kind of network. And then it becomes like its own little island. It's like a VPN. Normal like lay people can use it for reasons like if you use a lot of bandwidth in an office, what it does is that anything that's transmitted within the data bubble doesn't require an internet connection. It runs dry without the internet. It also is extra secure, so people who are not inside the data bubble cannot see it at all. The admin has to set the permissions for you to view it, so you can do guest settings, building settings. For instance, you have 30 floors in an office. The data bubble says that if you're on floor 30, then you can see this. If you're on floor 20, then you see this. So it's context aware. The thing is, iBeacon and let's say Philips Hue, which is a different system, is that they are all closed systems. So like for instance, iBeacon only works with Apple products. It doesn't work with anybody else. So it means that you can't actually nest apps into it. So one of the things that we're trying to do is the ability to nest applications into a location. So for instance, you don't need the Nest thermostat outside your home. You only need it in your home, right? So if you build a data bubble, you can say, oh, I will only get the Nest app when I'm at home. So you can set that kind of permissions level. So you don't have to carry all that extra clutter. And what we aim to do is we have an open API. So anyone and everyone can partner with us. We're not really... We have a freemium tier, so anyone and everyone can build data bubbles for free. Like that, we think it's a sacred right. You know, everyone should be able to. Yeah, even the kid living down the street selling lemonade on a stand, he should be able to build a data bubble to let people know he's selling lemonade. So that's kind of our company's vision, and creating an open platform. So it's open source as well. Both the hardware and software is open source, and our idea is consolidating and partnership. We create revenue by, much like WordPress, so we have custom templates, and developers can also sell their own templates and widgets onto our kind of marketplace, like WordPress and Tumblr. So you could create like a specific app interface, like a specific kind of data bubble just for Geo Summit event, you know, where like all the physical objects you have for the event, all the users and attendees, and monitor your analytics all through one interface. My co-founder JR and myself, we met in Parsons, Master's Design and Technology. So we've known each other for 3 years. My specialty was in big data research and analytics and user behavior in networks. And he specialized in localized applications over mesh networks. So where we kind of crossed over was in network architecture, and then we kind of became friends that way because we were total nerds. I mean, I love network architecture. It's one of my favorite things, and like infrastructure of networks. And we came up with interface Foundry in this project because we saw that, like through our research, we saw that there was a real problem that was going to happen soon. And it's a problem that's going to happen really soon, very quickly, which is app fatigue. People are just going to get so tired and so sick of apps because they get pushed to them all the time, they get notifications, and the truth is, like, we only need things as and when we need them. We don't need them all the time. We don't actually need all the data on our fingertips. We only need them as and when in time, and that's context. So we wanted to create an interface that was context aware, and then we came up with data power.